drama for your mama. So I'm not buying no more Jeffree Star makeup, in my opinion. I'm done. Kaboom, kaboom, she's at it again.
You remember how Jeffree Star went on a tyrant and just dragged Kylie Jenner about her her lip wand being messed up, jacked up, and just went in on her, saying that you're worth $1 million, your product sucks, how dare you have a product like that, how dare you put your name on something like that? He went in. Now, it seems to be karma bit him in the ass.
That Jeffree Star's highlighters have human hair inside of them.
For all the people who want to come on here and hate, why you talking about Jeffree Star? You know what? You don't like that talk about Miss Bony ass Jeffree Star? Go there and watch his damn video.
Today, a Teen Vogue article was published about the fact that a new person has now found a hair in a Jeffree Star highlighter. This is the third time that this has now happened. So today's video is going to be about the new Jeffree Star Twitter war scandal with his own customer. I'm not trying to bash Jeffree Star or single him out. At the end of the day, these things are happening publicly on social media, and I have to talk about it because it's pretty severe. Because even though he treats a lot of his customers basically like shit, negative, basically bullying that he participated in with his customers. So if you're not familiar, there is a woman that purchased this highlighter, and when she hit pan on this highlighter, she basically found what seems to be a hair, like a human hair slash a wire in it.
And he never bashed him. He never said, you fucking suck, I expected this from you. He didn't even bring up Kylie Jenner. All he said is that I love Jeffree Star, he's amazing, he looks gorgeous in person. And then he said, it just so happens that this broke. And I thought, is it breaking with everybody else? Because he said specifically King Tut broke. And I looked on Instagram, and everyone who ordered King Tut from the Jeffree Star highlighter collection, all their stuff is shattered when they got it through the mail. And I just think it's funny because this is the part that kills me. Jeffree Star went off on this kid saying, I'm gonna sue you for defamation. You're gonna sue him after you just did the same thing to Kylie Jenner?
But look at this wand. This is Kylie Jenner's makeup brand, and this is the quality. Hunty, no. I'm gonna try one more. This has never been used before. Oh my god. Not acceptable. This is no hate whatsoever. It's just like when you're a multi-million-dollar celebrity, why would you put anything out half-assed? And I've seen that she has mentioned the wand on her snap, right? It just doesn't make sense. Why are you a multi-million-dollar celebrity and putting out something janky? Like, the wand should be good the first time, not the second time you make the new batch. So what that basically tells me is that they half-assed it, put out the product, and then the next run, they're gonna make improvements. Bitch, it should be perfect the first damn time so every customer gets it. So no offense to her, but these are fucking garbage.
And Jeffree Star went on to say that he's just looking for attention and he's trying to get views. So what were you trying to do when you were calling out Kylie Jenner? You weren't doing it for attention? You were just doing it just to call them out in a hurtful way? I just find it that there's people in the world who go off on others, but when people go off on them, they want to play the victim.
There has been another hair slash wire found in another Jeffree Star highlighter. So if you're not familiar with what's happened only 2 months ago I made a video because a girl found what was thought to be a human hair in a Jeffree Star highlighter. A lot of people said that it was a wire, and basically today, there's another girl that found what looks like to be a human hair as she hit pan on her Jeffree Star highlighter. So I'll insert some photos right now. The girl also said that she was blocked by Jeffree Star. Something out of the way right away. A lot of people are going to say that this is not human hair that was found and just a string. You know what? It could be a string. Whether it's a string or a piece of human hair, it's still a foreign object that's been found in Jeffree Star's highlighter. And I feel like a lot of people are also gonna say that, you know, the girl like planted it in there, or you know, it's not really true, but you can see in the photos that the hair / wire, whatever it is really deeply embedded into the highlighter, so I doubt that she planted it. And besides, why would anyone want to do that? This has happened before just 2 months ago, and it's happening again. Highlighter. Now look, whether you believe it's a hair, you believe it's a wire, it doesn't matter. A foreign object is not hygienic, gross, and just should not be in a highlighter.
But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and show you the lipsticks that people have been receiving.
That they're like, oh my, what if my lipstick has mold in it? That Jeffree star, Jeffree anything for views star, she's at it again. This time she's not bothered. She's not bothered. The story came out a couple days ago. I literally was just waiting, girl, for her to make a Snapchat response. Nothing. She hasn't said anything. Jeffree Star has not acknowledged it that I know of. I was waiting for like a Snapchat rant, talking about it, addressing it. Her side of the story, I could put it into the snap. She never did. But according to this website called Revel, Jeffree Star lipstick has mold in it. I understand there's a hair in it a couple months ago. Some of the palettes were shattered. It's like, I literally thought there couldn't be any other drama associated with the makeup. Here we are, girl. Here we are, girl, and there's freaking mold in it. How does mold even get in there? Now, I don't know much about science, but I know mold when I see it, girl. What happens is when I saw the photo surface on the internet of these girls posting it, I was thinking, oh girl, anything for views, anything for views. They're just doing it for fame. They're just doing it for attention, you know what I'm saying? But then I started noticing more people talking about it. I started seeing websites talking about it, and I was like, okay, girl, here we go.
And when I received it, I noticed this really weird stuff like in the bottle, and looking at it right now, I can still kind of see it, which really grosses me out. But being the makeup addict that I am, just kind of brushed it off, just kind of pretending that it's not there. But yeah, basically, I'm not sure what it is. I hope you guys can see this. It kind of just looks like there's full-on mold in the lid, and I swear on my life it came like this. In fact, it looked worse when I first got it because I think it's kind of mixed in a bit more now. Should I be using this?
So Jeffree Star got mold in his liquid lipsticks. He's got mold in some of his liquid lipsticks. Everybody has their pitchforks out.
Jeffree Star's boyfriend, Nate, he got caught posting a picture. Well, not caught because he posted the picture, but he posted a picture inside of the Jeffree Star Cosmetics warehouse smoking weed. Stupid. They received a highlighter, and the highlighter actually did smell like weed.
I've been seeing on Twitter, on the timeline.
Right, I get it, right? And then as I was doing it, there's like this hair in it, I think. Okay. Oh.
And I really wanted to share my thoughts on it. I find it really interesting that there's a lot of these little videos that are coming out with hair or some type of fiber allegedly that is coming out of these eyeshadows, and no one really is discussing it. I believe ASHLYE mentioned this in one of her videos, and some common friends were discussing this. So here's what I wanted to talk about. Allegedly, there are hairs that are coming out of eyeshadows, okay, the Conspiracy Collection eyeshadows. There are pans that are allegedly coming out. There have been things that have been happening, and drama channels are being very quiet, and they're not talking about it.
I just think this is weird, and I'm wondering if anyone else's palette is doing this too. Do you guys have weird fibers like in your palette? I just used this color yesterday, and there's like, if you see, I'm like pulling it out of the powder. I think okay. I don't. Okay, and it's like coming up now.
Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me. What the fuck? Did I get it all out? No, there's still more. What the fuck?
Hey everyone, Sanders Kennedy here. Now it looks like people are finding hairs and fibers, alleged hairs and fibers, I have to say alleged even though there's video proof, of hairs and fibers inside Jeffree and Shane's conspiracy palette. They're finding balls in their lip balms, and so am I. So let's talk about it.
Since the palette has come out, people have been sharing their videos and their pictures and their stories of these little fibers that have been embedded into some of the shadows. And not only that, but there have also been some broken palettes. Is the lack of people that are talking about these fibers that are in this palette. As you guys know, earlier this year, Jaclyn Hill had a scandal with her lipsticks and having these fibers, these hairs, these plastic shards, and you know, this gritty texture. But of course, everybody talked about Jaclyn Hill. I mean, multiple videos were made about Jaclyn Hill and her expired lipsticks, and Jaclyn Hill and her lipsticks that were moldy or that were contaminated. And I mean, people did whole ass scientific experiments on Jaclyn Hill's lipstick. Raw Beauty Christie did a video using her what is it called? Her microscope. People were doing all these things to her lipsticks because it was unusual. But quiet as it's kept, it wasn't that unusual because Jeffree Star's lipsticks did the exact same thing in the past. I think it's important to recognize and to realize that if people would have been talking about Jeffree Star's gritty lipsticks as much as they talked about Jaclyn Hill's gritty lipsticks, I don't think Jaclyn Hill's lipsticks would have been such a shock. Because if you go back and you look, there are plenty of people who are talking about the lipstick, and it's the exact same thing that happened with Jaclyn Hill. It's not new news, but for whatever reason, people are so scared and so terrified. But it's not hate, it's, hey, we noticed something is wrong with these lipsticks, now please address it. But when Jeffree Star's lipsticks were doing the same thing, no, what was it? Crickets, love.
It just doesn't make sense. Why are you a multi-million-dollar celebrity and putting out something janky? Like, the wand should be good the first time, not the second time you make the new batch. So what that basically tells me is that they half-assed it, put out the product, and then the next run, they're gonna make improvements. Bitch, it should be perfect the first damn time so every customer gets it. So no offense to her, but these are fucking garbage.